I bet you no one knows that it's going to be you that's here. They're going to
They know now.
They're going to be, yeah, they'll know.
Oh yeah,
They'll know. Yeah.
now, whether they like it or not,
Oh,
that's
that
a different story.
they're gonna positively love it.
You think so?
Yeah. Yep.
Hey, do you know yesterday was Canadian Day?
Uh,
Yesterday or the day before?
I have no idea. Where is Canada Day? Like what? Like
I
what?
don't know.
Like
I was traversing around and I heard it on the radio that it was Canadian Day.
is it ever like France Day or anything like? Is that
I don't know,
Canadian
but if
Day?
it was, maybe our Canuck buddies could let us
Oh,
know. But we should say hi to Doc and Dan and
there's a
John
handful of them
Barber
here.
and Noah Gitka.
You know what it seems like to me? Hey, everybody, this is Matt. We're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for tuning in to an exciting episode of Guitar Builders React. And I've got to my left, your right, my good buddy, Jimmy. Don't worry, Chris is right over there, and he might make an appearance later. But apparently, yesterday was Canada Day. It sure seems like, is that like, Independence Day is in like 2 days. Let's make Canada Day be 2 days before.
Well, I think it's a day where you listen to Rush, Triumph, have a little back bacon and a donut,
and
maybe.
like watch old footage of Wayne Gretzky.
Yes,
And yeah.
Apologize a lot.
Dang. Hey, so the purpose of today's video is to talk about a barbecue guitar. And I'm going to say right now that Dan Andradis is positively 100% wrong about what I think a barbecue guitar is. Jim, do you know anything about what a barbecue guitar is?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, I want to talk about what a barbecue guitar is, and I want you to be enthusiastic about, because no one knows more about barbecue than you.
There might be one more guy that knows a little, that says he does.
Oh,
Gary. His name might be Gary Taft.
I'm sorry. Oh, so let me.
He might have more street cred than I do.
Hold on. Let me say this another way. No one knows more about barbecue than you. And so I think who better to talk about barbecue guitars with than you?
I'll buy that.
Okay. So I want you to know something about barbecue. I've got some notes here.
Okay.
Okay. Now, first of all, the phrase barbecue guitar is not completely fabricated, but it is completely ripped off.
From?
Well, as you might know, way back in the old days, I used to work for gun magazines, and the idea of a barbecue gun is something that is it's something extra special, extra fancy that you kind of strut around with, and kind of, so if you've got something that's nickel plated or like high polished or engraved or has pearl handles, you might be thinking, well, Matt, that sounds a lot like a pimp gun. And they share a lot of similarities, but a barbecue gun would not be something that you would use to like smack a hoe down, right? So it's a totally different thing.
So you're talking about the barbecue gun comes out like when you're going to a party.
Well, it is worn as it's not, it doesn't get brandished,
right,
but you wear it around like, check out this neat thing that I have. Now, it doesn't mean that it's just for show. It has to be quite capable, especially if you go to a barbecue where there's lots of gunfights that break out. But mostly it's just to like show off this neat thing in the holster. So if you have like a really expensive or really ornate piece, you bring it out for barbecues. Now here's the, so again, I borrowed the phrase, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So a barbecue guitar is a very capable guitar that looks as good as it sounds.
Okay.
All right.
I'll buy that.
Maybe even better. Because these days people tend to kind of focus on how practical their guitar is, or I'm playing a kind of a dumpy bar and I don't want anything to happen to my super cool, amazing, extra neat guitar. Or I don't want to, I don't want to set it in the asphalt up against the stage because it might get damaged. You know what I mean? So I'm going to take something that's a little less. It's a little more appropriate to.
We don't know anybody that
Well,
does
we
that.
don't. We do, but we don't. Yeah. Gary Redburn says we call that a safe queen. So thank you for the super chat too,
Hey, Gary.
Redburn. By the way, all of our content now is ad free, and I want to put a pin in that and come back to it. But thanks to people like Gary Redburn to help us out with super chats.
I hate ads.
I do too. Now, this is basically a big ad for Texas Toast Guitars, but you guys already know that. So to all the people who are like, "Gotcha, this is just an ad." Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, but a practical guitar, of course, has a lot of merit. There may not be a lot of pride and ownership to wearing or to owning the guitar that everybody else can have where they just go to Guitar Center and it's not really a personalized tool. And you can put stickers or something on it, but it's a guitar that anybody can get. It's not a barbecue guitar. Okay, so barbecue guitar is something that
I understand now.
yeah. So the concept of the barbecue guitar is not wasted on you.
No. I'm very enthusiastic right now.
See, I knew you would be, because a barbecue guitar is something that you bring with you, and it's kind of like a dress up thing, and you want to show off at a semi-formal affair, like a barbecue at Jim Jam Jimmy's house, where there's excellent food, awesome people, lots of liquor.
Oh yeah,
and it often works into a jam session. And if you have
sometimes it can be really bad.
Sometimes it can be really loud.
And really loud, and sometimes really good.
Yep. So Dylan McCurchie says that he just got a brand new barbecue gun and a brand new barbecue guitar, and he's absolutely right. Sir David Dangerous says that Brian made him send a super chat. Thank you guys for so much for all those super chats.
Thank you.
But so the
thank you, Chris.
So anyway, the barbecue, what do you think of what do you think about the whole concept of a barbecue? Like something extra fancy that you're going to go hang out with buddies, and you kind of want to start some conversations and really wow everybody with this neat thing that you have.
You know how I roll at a gig. I usually bring 3 or 4 Texas Toast guitars.
Yeah.
Because I want to show them off, because how cool they are and how cool they sound.
Yeah.
So I'll play. It's not unlike me to play 4 guitars during a two set night. Because my prostitute is purple, pinstripe by Mike Learn. The Billy Bow, leopard top. Also a Mike Learn class guitar.
Yep.
That is ridiculous. My JJJ, of course, is a classic, but it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And then the Heat Seeker, the SG with the reverse headstock.
Yep. Yeah. And don't forget the neck through double neck.
Oh yeah.
The double neck through.
Yeah, that's the Hawk Attack guitar.
If we only played 5 songs, you'd switch guitars as often as Rick Nielsen does.
And I would do it.
Yeah. And I would only play 5 songs.
That's right.
Van Shank Guitar sent us $4 Canadian for keeping it ad free. Thank you, my friend.
Yes.
Dan Andrade sent the same thing and said, "Happy 4th, JJJ, Matt, Chris, and Joy." Now,
back at you, Dan.
Dan brings up an excellent point.
Happy Canada Day.
Who did I miss, Chris?
Oh,
no, I said Dastardly Dave, sent Brian, made him do it.
Yeah.
So Dan Andreas brings up an excellent point, which is the 4th of July, Independence Day, which I like to say Independence Day, not the 4th, because it means a lot to me as an American that Independence Day. Maybe we've got some friends across the pond who might call it Treason Day, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
The 4th of July, Independence Day, is the single most important barbecue guitar holiday of the entire year.
Now that I understand it, I agree.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you want to bring out the best stuff you can.
Yes.
Now, because we're Texas Toast, and because this is Texas Toast channel, and because there's no ads from anybody else except Texas Toast, we're going to show you some cool guitars that we think you're going to want to have at a barbecue. Cool enough?
Yes.
Okay. So let's talk about Dylan's before we ship it off, because Joy just snapped some pictures of it. If you've seen it, if you've seen last Friday's reveal, right, Chris?
I believe it was last Friday. Yeah.
You saw
that tuner on.
That's because I was just playing it, Dylan. I told you I was going to.
So you saw this guitar last Friday, but if you wondered what it looks like in like, in good pictures. Joy just posted some pictures on Facebook and Instagram. And this thing is truly, truly magnificent. Trent C says he always called them wedding guitars. They look good enough to play in a wedding band, at a church, or the country club, and the mother of the bride won't complain the band looks trashy. Seafoam Strat. Um, Peter says, ungrateful colonials. I'm not reading that. Mike Beckloff says that thing is so awesome. And I want to talk about Mike Beckloff. Mike Beckloff has an awesome barbecue guitar that's right at the end of the thing. We're going to show that one off too.
And can I tell Dylan, I did just play this before we started the live stream, and it plays amazing, looks amazing. You got a real deal, legit TTG icon here, buddy.
So let's show off some other ones that are. So this one's already going to Dylan,
right?
And Jim's seen some of the other really cool ones that we've got floating around in the back. Yes, so this one, no one has ever seen it before.
We showed it off last week, but it didn't have strings.
Oh, we did. Oh, yeah. Okay. Remember what I said? Belay that. I have an errata for you.
No one's ever seen this one complete.
No one's ever seen this one all the way strung up. That's right. So this is a TTG American icon in Honduran mahogany back and sides, Honduran mahogany neck with a black limba top. That thing is super cool. Dig that.
Yeah, that's great.
Now, I think that you're going to see some really excellent pictures of this coming very, very soon. And I think that you might see some models holding this model very, very soon.
Is this one for sale?
It is for sale, sir.
Is it on the website?
I don't know that it is, but it will be soon. Okay.
What else are we doing?
Well, where's the there's one in the case back there, Chris. That's the all Honduran mahogany one. So you guys might see this and say, "Oh, that's real." On the nope, back that away, over by the fretting station. Well, let's talk about this guy here. Oh, thank you. Now, this has the exact same pickup that the black limba top has in it. It's not an EMG. It's actually a Benedetto pickup that is made for Bob Benedetto by by Seymour Duncan, and is a passive pickup. And the reason it's black is because the cover is ebony. So yeah, so these are great examples of barbecue guitars. All right.
That one even looks barbecued.
It does. So super, super fancy. So when you open the case on one of these American icons, you like I say, you better come correct.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because these things are positively beautiful. If you showed up for a barbecue at your house, if I showed up for a barbecue at your house and you had your American icon, like one day when it gets done, and I had my American icon that I basically just swiped from the shop and just took there because I don't have one either. And we had like those little Spark amps or something, that'd be cool. But you can just play these and we could sit and jam out. So this is an all Honduran mahogany American icon.
I think Rod had his eye on this one.
I think he did, but I think he changed his mind to a different American icon.
Look at that. That's beautiful.
Hat Mike says, I think we have different definitions. Well, Mike, there's a lot of room for definitions, but yours will be wrong if it's different from mine. He says that my barbecue guitar is the one that already has beer spilled on it, and I'm not too worried about. I'm not sure what barbecues you're going to, but maybe you should go to more fancy parties like Jim Jam Jimmy's house.
That's right.
Peter says, you guys are really excelling with these icons. Great job. Van Chant Guitar says, good one, Hat Mike. I disagree. Gary Redburn says, hi to everybody. And I say hi to everybody too, even if you're wrong about what a barbecue guitar is.
Hey, yo.
So we also have, is there
a barbecue guitar and campfire guitar?
I don't know if you can hear Chris, but he's right. I think you're getting barbecue guitar and campfire guitar. Camp out guitar is not the same thing.
Chris, you want this?
So Jim, we have another couple barbecue guitars to show off. And we have a little bit of a bummer of a story about one of them that I'm going to show off. It's available for purchase. It's not up on the website yet. If you want this next barbecue guitar, let me know. I don't know what it's going to cost yet, but I have a sneaking. Do you know what it's going to cost, Chris? Well, I hesitate to even do it. We probably are getting.
We'll figure it out after.
We're probably putting the cart before the horse a little bit. But this barbecue guitar could be yours. However, it's a Maverick barbecue guitar. You know what a Maverick Texas Toast Maverick is, Jim?
I do not.
It's a guitar that has a finish flaw that was done in shipping or something. It doesn't affect the instrument at all, but there is a finish flaw.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Hold on. Before I show you guys, Dan Andreas sent a bunch of question marks. Are we doing this instead of Thursday night? Well, Dan, for those of you who don't live in the United States, Thursday might just be Thursday, but here it's Independence Day, which is a very important holiday for the United States, as well as being the absolute most important holiday for barbecue guitars. So there will not be a live stream on Thursday, but I'm not suggesting that this live stream is taking the place of that live stream. Okay, I don't know. We'll have to see. But I've got a super cool barbecue guitar. Now, imagine you show up at Jam Jimmy's house.
Mm-hmm.
There's ribs that are like perfect, succulent. There's brisket. There's pulled
baked
pork.
Beans.
There's baked beans. There's slaw.
Oh yeah.
There's probably a few cold beers.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, hey, you guys want to jam? I brought my guitar. Yeah. So you pull out a little amp and you're ready to jam out in a sophisticated setting.
Yeah.
And you open the case and you
pull the upright lounge.
Like the upright lounge, and you pull out this bad dude. Oh,
yeah.
Tree.
You might as well just unzip your pants.
Better get the birth control because this thing is excellent. All right, now let me tell you a little story about this. After I read what Joy says, maybe Dan means barbecue at Jim's on Thursday class week. Oh, I don't. I'm not sure if he means that, Joy, but that would be fun. Dan's absolutely right. So, okay, gang, this guitar was built for a good friend of the shop, Jay Van B. And it arrived. Oh, there's Jay Van B right there. It arrived to him with a ding.
Seriously?
Yes, it did. And I felt sick about that because John waited so long to get this guitar that
Really both.
And yeah, and I'm Chris was I don't know. Is it safe to say you were just wrecked by this? It just ruined.
Pretty much devastated.
And I don't know how. Can you guys hear Chris? If I can shut up.
No.
Okay.
No, because I'll cry.
Well, you should because this guitar is gorgeous.
DJ A to the K.
Oh, hey, that's
I knew. Yeah, wants to know if you do weddings. I think Jim's already married, and I think you guys are related too much to do that. Yeah. But yeah. Okay, so we can hear Chris. So I want to make sure because what I don't want to have happen is Chris talk and then nothing. You guys can't hear. So anyway, this guitar shipped to John, and it was a long time. He was waited for a long time, and he got the guitar, and there's a ding in it. And yeah. And well, we're sending John another guitar, but we still have this one. So what we can't do is sell this guitar as a brand new guitar. It also would take an incredible amount of time to repair it so that you can't see it. And you still might be able to see it, right, Chris? So if we spend any amount of time repairing it, that's one time we can't get back for it.
This is
stunning. And two, it's a bunch of extra work. And three, you might still see it. So it's like, you know what? Why don't we just make somebody a really good deal on a barbecue guitar? This is a Challenger Level 3 with a purple metal flake top. And I know you've seen pictures of this on the Instagram and the and Facebook. And it's got a little ding. Let's see if we can get the ding in here.
It's there.
It's right. It's actually on the back. It's right here. See if we can get it in the So it's got there you go, right there. It's got a ding in it. Okay. So, and it, like I said, it
You're gonna
happened.
do that on the first gig anyway.
Well, I know. So it happened in shipping.
It's Brett.
Yeah. Yeah.
And one of those tuner butts will be broken off.
And the D string. So anyway,
what are you gonna let this go for?
I don't know. I really don't know. But remember,
because it's super freaking cool.
This is a oh, before anybody asks, why don't you go to UPS and sue them for shipping damages? Unfortunately, due to a paperwork snafu, we can't. So we're just going to have to I don't want to get into that stuff, but the important part here is we need to recoup some losses on this. We want to make somebody a good deal. Remember, this would be a $3,000 guitar plus if you ordered it, probably a $3,500 guitar if you ordered it today. So we're willing to wheel and deal. Okay. I probably should have figured this out before we did the live stream. But we had two people in the shop right before that we wanted to talk about something that we're going to bring to you guys later this year in the form of a new workshop, something that you guys probably have no idea what it's going to be. But I will tell you, I won't tell you what it is, but I will tell you it was Pete and Eric from Hendricks and Amps right down the street.
Yep.
So let that marinate. Let me know what you guys think about a workshop involving tube amps. And I guess I just spilled the beans, huh? I'm sorry, I didn't say that. Let me know what you guys think. We're still trying to put it together, but yeah. So anyway, so
yeah, this doesn't do this guitar justice.
No,
it's super.
Yeah,
the flake is
nothing does this guitar justice.
Right.
Even
flake is ridiculous.
Dare I say, Joy's pictures.
Yeah.
Them's fighting words.
I know. Give me your pencil.
It's pretty spectacular.
So Joy just says that she can get some pics up on the side.
Super cool.
Jeffrey Egan, we are in fact talking about a build an amp workshop with the guys from Hendricks and Amps, and look at it. It's so shiny. You can see Chris is writing some numbers down for me, I think.
Ooh.
So okay, so this guitar is going to sell shipped to you in the continental United States with a case for $1,750.
Steel all day long.
Okay.
All day long.
Yep. Yeah. And I hate that it happened. I hate that it happened, and it happened to John because John's been waiting a long time. And John is very cool about it and said we have it figured out so that John gets something that is going to make him whole, I think, right? Okay. Yeah. But in the meantime, somebody can get a really good deal. $1,750 for this guitar shipped to the continental United States, and it's ready for immediate delivery. You're not going to be able to make it to the most important barbecue guitar day of the year, but you'll be ready. There's lots of other barbecues later this year, and hopefully you'll be able to go to at least one or two more and bring this guitar or this one or any one of these back here that would be excellent barbecue guitars.
A one-of-a-kind challenger. I mean,
it is
spectacular.
It is. Yeah. Shark Air, I thought you didn't do Metal Flake. We don't.
That's why you need to grab this guitar.
This guitar was ordered 2.5, 3 years ago. And I can tell you without any hesitation that unless something changes in our paint booth or we find somebody who wants to do Metal Flake finishes for us, that this is the last Metal Flake guitar we will do. And it shouldn't have come back. Thanks a lot, UPS. But anyway.
$1,750 gets it.
Yep.
That's a half off ding.
Yeah, it is.
It's a
$1,750 ding.
That little ding right there took this guitar half off.
And it's on the back.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's not even on the
and
front.
you know what? It's still black.
Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
still
The ding is black.
It just crushed the wood right
Yeah.
in there. Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
right here.
And I know that John feels miserable about it. I know Chris feels terrible. I feel like turd, and it's just yeah. So anyway, so this would be a great barbecue guitar. It's available. We've got lots of guitars that are ready for action, ready for your next barbecue. Let me show you a couple more that you could make your own, and you could even spec some of the bits. By the way, gang, there's a bunch of challengers that are also going to be available. They're in the paint booth right now. So what do you got there, Jim?
Flame top. That's beautiful.
So that is a Honduran mahogany back and sides with
Correct.
a Honduran mahogany neck.
Yep.
And a flame maple top that is downright gorgeous.
Look at that.
So pretty. We didn't want to put any color on it
Yep.
at all.
Yep.
Yep.
And the wood you're getting for these icons are it's ridiculous.
Isn't it cool? Now wait a minute, because sometimes we get plain wood that is equally neat.
It's cool, man.
I want to hand you one that's now would you feel cool going to a barbecue at your house with that? You broke that out?
Oh, hell yeah.
What about this bad dude right here? That is a unique one because it is all maple.
I dig it. This is old school Gibson looking.
It's like an L5 kind of thing, right?
Yeah, I love this style.
So yours that we're going to do is going to be all maple too, and we're actually in process of building yours right now.
Very cool. Look at how pretty that is.
Yeah, that thing is wicked.
Yeah, you're going to stand correct walking into a barbecue with this.
Imagine, like if you're like out back on the picking porch and you're just kind of jamming, and Jimmy's there, and Ike is there, and Chris is there.
I think Chris has got it right. They're confusing campfire guitar with barbecue guitar that fucks. There you go.
Yeah. I don't know what those guys are doing at campfires, but yeah. I can tell you that the barbecues that I've been to at your house, Jim, are sophisticated affairs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And and there just happens to be barbecue there.
Exactly.
It's a good party with great people, and it's not okay. Let me see if I read some notes here. It's not those guitars that they're talking about. They aren't bad things, but I can't help but feel a little bit sick about some of the kind of homogenous plastic guitars that people that doesn't really it's not a barbecue guitar flex to show up with something that anybody has, or that's covered with beer or something like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, I think that the practical aspects of those guitars that are kind of not special, they don't conjure up the images of a finely made artisan guitar. Yeah.
It's you.
You like that?
Yes, my liege.
So basically, a barbecue guitar is when you want to dress up and show off at a semi-formal affair. Yeah, it's usually something that it doesn't get played often, but it is absolutely capable. It sounds as good as it looks, but generally speaking, this is a guitar that should not be limited to you can just go out and get it. I think I have some more notes here.
Hey, can I ask a quick question?
Yeah.
What are you thinking on this one? Gold hardware?
I think that's that is because it's got a gold logo on the
and what about with the pickup?
It's getting a gold Seymour Duncan Fat Cat or
P94.
P94. Okay.
Yeah, this one's going to be sick.
Yeah, that's a gold.
Yeah, I think it needs it.
Here it is. So when you guys are choosing your barbecue guitars, you should absolutely consider one-offs like this purple metal flake one. You should absolutely consider customs like this or any of the other icons, and you should also consider extremely limited runs like the JJJ Challenger.
You should absolutely have a JJJ.
Absolutely. So let's take it home with looking at Mike Beckloff's level 4 Challenger Deluxe, which is as close as we can get to a JJJ Challenger right now. And I got to show this off as many times as I can because
this is the most beautiful guitar in the shop right now.
I can't tell you this enough times. If I could only make one guitar for the rest of my life, I would not feel bad if it was this one. If I showed up to if I showed up for a meeting with Joel Danzig and I wanted to show him here's the guitars that I make, I would be so proud and so puffed out to show him this guitar. I love this guitar.
You
Everything
should be proud
about
of this guitar, man. It is absolutely beautiful.
This is if you could tell me 10 years ago I was going to make guitars that are this awesome, I'd go, man, I sure hope so. And this is, yeah. The level 4 Challenger is not that the level 1, 2, and 3 Challengers are any slouch.
They're all cool, but this is the epitome of Texas Toast guitars. This is the mountain peak, my friends. Yep.
So, anyway,
Mike, you are getting a stunner.
Do you think Mike could come over to barbecue at your house and bring this? Would you have a barbecue if Mike was going to?
You know what? I would let Mike come over and just be him and I.
No barbecue.
Well, we would do barbecue too, but we would just look at our guitars and play and eat barbecue. Just him and I.
Okay. All right.
That's a promise from me to you, my friend.
There you go.
There you go.
All right, gang. Well, I think we're gonna call it good for what? Okay, so have I already asked you 100 times? What do you think of the concept of the barbecue guitar?
I love it.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm very enthusiastic about it.
I knew you would be.
So you know what, gang? This is how my day went. I was riding around doing some errands, and I get a call from Mr. Pendejo, and he says, "Hey, man, I need you to come over and do a video."
Yep.
It's about the barbecue guitar. I said, "Okay." And he starts explaining, and I went, "Okay." So I want you to understand when Matt says "come over," he means be there.
Well, I mean, I didn't mean, yeah. No. Do you think you could maybe?
I am always going to help these guys out whenever I can, but this barbecue guitar is a great concept. Come to the party bringing your best shit.
Bring your best stuff. If you don't bring your best stuff, if you don't bring the coolest thing you have, then when else are you going to get to do something with the coolest stuff you have?
Like for an afternoon barbecue, Brian Duncan shows up with his Flying V.
Bada bing. Yeah.
And busts the party open.
Sure. And he would. Yeah. And he would.
Kind of like wearing your best hat for the horse race.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
Derby.
Don't they even call that a derby hat?
Yeah. You wear some ratted out jeans and ball cap. No,
that's when the ladies have $2,000 Nick Fouquets and stuff. Yeah.
And I think they allowed guitars at the Kentucky Derby.
There'd be a shitload of TTG guitars there.
Derby guitars.
That's right.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep. Terry Hines says he'll buy that guitar. So Terry, send me an email to the website, Terry, so that I can get you an invoice. And
Terry, you are getting a steal, dude. I'm telling you, man.
Thank you very much, sir. Well, send me an email to just go to the website and there's a contact us. Joy will get the email and we'll get you an invoice and we'll get it out to you.
Dylan, you're gonna love this one. Somebody buy the rest of these because these are super cool.
I think as soon as we start showing these guitars off at, say, the Archtop Festival coming up in September, I don't.
Are you doing that?
As of today, okay. I told Pete that we are going to be doing that. Now, for those of you who signed up for the PRS workshop, I don't care which one it is, September, the first one in September or the second one in September. Right in the middle of those two workshops is right in the middle of those two is the Henriksen Amplifier Archtop show. It's at a Hilton hotel in Old Town Arvada, and there's all kinds of people who make super custom archtops. And I'm like, Pete, can we come too? And he's like, of course you can. And I'm like, I'll put our guitars up against anybody's. He goes, they have F holes. Let's do it. And so, yeah, so we're going to have a bunch of guitars at the Hendrix Amplifier Archtop Show in September in Old Town, Arvada. And you guys who are coming out to the PRS workshop are invited to come out. And I think Pete's going to get you guys complimentary tickets and passes and stuff.
So I don't know if you guys know anything about Hendrix and amps, but I was talking to Pete the other day, and I grew up in the 70s listening to George Benson a lot, and he used polytone amps like the Brute and the Mini Brute. And I asked him if that was his amp today is a version of that. And he said, absolutely.
Oh, okay.
He wanted to make something very compact, very powerful, solid state that jazz players and country players could play. But that's kind of what it's modeled after, is like a polytone Brute or Mini Brute.
Okay.
Because those are really hard to find right now.
I think there are 2 spots open for the first September PRS class. There were 2, and then there was a couple of guys and they had some health issues. They had to cancel. So there's 2 spots for the first one, September 2nd through the whatever. I don't know what the dates are. It's Todd says there's only 3 guitars on the buy now page. Todd, we're kind of working on overhauling the website and getting the stuff up there, and we're getting a little bit behind the curve, but keep checking back. I'm going to be dropping some knowledge on Independence Day, something brand new that I've hinted at and teased a little bit, but I'm going to tell you guys more about it on the 4th. For those of you who don't live in the United States, it'll be in email form on the 4th of July. That'll be Independence Day for all of you guys here in this country. So before you go to a barbecue and take your barbecue guitar, whether it's got beer all over it and it's something from some Guitar Center or something good, that's up to you. You need to reach out to Webb Wilder to get a TTG model. He's amazing, and they just show
Webb
up and have
Wilder's cool.
I don't know who that is, but I don't know how to get a hold of a lot of people. But if you know, let me know.
Webb Wilder's
help us
cool.
out. Help a brother. Who is that?
He's a roots dude, old school roots dude.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, gang. Well, we will see you later for more video fun. I don't know when they're going to be. I know they're going to be fun, and I know that I'm going to give you something that you can be enthusiastic about. Right, James?
As I am. Happy Canada Day. Happy Independence Day, everybody.
That's right, you guys. We'll talk to you all next time.